daydreams like, maybe I should bring it this way. I don't know how he would react to this talk. Blah blah blah. So yo, Joe, if you ever want me on, hit me up. I'll be on the podcast.
Yeah, you know what is crazy too? YouTube is paying millions of dollars for people to start uploading their podcast on YouTube. Just strictly on YouTube now. Because they want, I think this is the new age of YouTube. It's just all gonna be
a podcast show.
Podcast. Yeah.
So my dad, right? He told his boss, one of like the GMs, and where he works, he's like, check out my son's podcast. Like I think they were having a conversation, right? And he took a look at it, and he was really impressed. The GM was really impressed. Like, wow. And he told my dad, you know why this is so successful? And my dad was thinking, he's like, why? Tell me why. He's like, because he's doing disruptive engineering.
What's that?
Disruptive innovation. Think about it, disruptive innovation. So what is that, right? Okay. And my dad, he's an engineer. He knows what that is, right? Yeah. So disruptive innovation is pretty much destroying what's obsolete. Yeah. Destroying what's obsolete and then building something that takes over, right? So what does our podcast do that makes something else obsolete? Take a guess.
What?
You know what the GM said?
What?
Television.
Oh.
Television, bro. When we used to watch Ellen, when we used to watch Jerry Springer, when we used to watch Dr. Phil, Oprah.
Yep. It's like talk shows.
It's talk shows, bro.
Yeah.
It's talk shows. In a sense, Ellen was the greatest podcaster ever.
Dead ass.
But it wasn't like a podcast setting.
Yeah, I know. And I swear, Ellen shows were like 20 minutes, 30 minutes long. They weren't hours, no?
Yeah. Well, it was probably long they cut it up, but still, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's fact.
They'll have stuff like that. But what makes it crazy is when you realize something like this can be that with a higher budget.
In front of the audience?
Yeah.
Live podcast.
It could be that with a higher budget.
Yeah.
That's why what's crazy